G'day, mate, and welcome. Let's take a moment, shall we? Take a slow, deep breath. Feel the world quieten down around you. We're about to embark on a bit of a special journey, a gentle drift high above a place of remarkable beauty. There's no need to rush here. We'll simply float, like a feather on a soft breeze, and allow the world below to reveal its secrets to us. Imagine we're in a silent balloon, rising ever so slowly, the ground softly falling away. The sounds of the everyday world fade into a gentle hum, replaced by the whisper of the wind. This is a journey for the soul, a chance to see things from a new perspective, one of peace and wonder. As we ascend, the world transforms into a living map. The individual trees begin to merge into a sea of green, and the houses become tiny blocks, neatly arranged by an unseen hand. Now let's turn our attention to the city itself. From our serene position in the sky, Jiaozuo unfolds like a beautifully woven tapestry. The streets are the threads, creating a grid of life and movement, though from up here, it all appears wonderfully calm. Cars move like tiny, patient beetles along their designated paths, their urgency lost to the distance. The buildings, a mix of old and new, stand shoulder to shoulder, their rooftops creating a mosaic of different colors and textures. Look closer, and you can discern the green arteries that give the city its lifeblood. Parks and tree-lined avenues cut through the concrete and steel, offering pockets of tranquility to the inhabitants below. These green spaces are the lungs of the city, vital and refreshing. Now, mate, let your eyes drift towards the horizon. See that magnificent presence rising to meet the sky? That is Mount Yuntai or Yuntaishan. From our aerial vantage point, it is truly a sight to behold. The name itself means Cloud Terrace Mountain, and from up here, it's easy to see why. The peaks often seem to be draped in soft, white clouds, as if the mountain is wearing a silken shawl. It's not a single, jagged peak, but a whole family of them, rolling and folding into one another in a stunning display of geological artistry. The slopes are covered in a dense blanket of green. As we continue our gentle journey, let's lower our gaze from the peaks of Mount Yuntai and look down into its heart. There, etched into the landscape, is something quite extraordinary. It appears as a deep, winding scar of vibrant red, a stark and beautiful contrast to the surrounding greens and greys of the mountain. This is the famous Redstone Gorge, or Hongshe Xie. From our aerial perspective, it looks like a scarlet ribbon that has been carefully laid within a deep crevice in the earth. It is a geological masterpiece, a narrow canyon carved over countless eons by the patient, persistent work of water. The color is what first captures the imagination. It is a rich, warm terracotta red, a hue that seems to glow with its own internal light. Let's guide our silent craft towards another of Mount Yuntai's treasures. As we drift over a different part of the mountain, the landscape softens. Here we find not a dramatic red-walled canyon, but something more gentle and intimate. This is the Tanpu Gorge, known as the Valley of the Springs and Waterfalls. From our aerial view, it appears as a lush green corridor, a verdant slash through the mountainside. The defining feature, even from this height, is the constant shimmering presence of water. It is everywhere, not as a single river, but as a network of springs, streams, and cascades. The gorge is famous for its three-step waterfall, and even from above, we can discern these features. We see the water gathering its strength before tumbling over a ledge, then pooling, then falling again. Unlike the stark drama of the Redstone Gorge, Tanpu Gorge is all about lushness and life. The constant moisture has created a paradise for plant life. The walls of the gorge are draped in hanging vines, thick mosses, and ferns. The trees grow right to the water's edge, their leaves 100 different shades of green, from deep emerald to bright lime. It looks incredibly verdant and cool, a natural sanctuary hidden from the summer heat. Now let's pull back and ascend a little higher, turning our gaze southward from the mountains. There, dominating the landscape, is one of the world's most legendary waterways. This is the Yellow River, the Huanghe. From our vantage point in the sky, it is not just a river. It is an immense, powerful entity, a golden serpent snaking its way across the vast plains. Its sheer size is staggering. It stretches from one horizon to the other, a wide, shimmering band that has shaped both the land and the history of this entire region for millennia. Its waters carry a heavy load of silt, which gives the river its distinctive ochre color. The sunlight reflects off its broad surface, creating a dazzling, almost metallic sheen. It looks less like water and more like a flow of liquid gold, especially where the sun hits it directly. We can see the patterns of the currents on its surface, the swirls and eddies that speak of the immense power moving beneath. Let us now drift away from the grand features of the mountains and the river and turn our attention to the quieter spaces in between. Here lies the countryside, a gentle patchwork of human endeavor and natural beauty. From our aerial perspective, the landscape transforms into a beautiful, abstract painting. The fields are a mosaic of greens, yellows, and browns, their shapes dictated by the contours of the land and the needs of the crops. Straight lines and gentle curves intersect, creating a geometry that is both orderly and organic. It is a landscape shaped by generations of farmers, a testament to a life lived in close connection with the earth. We can see the small villages nestled amongst the fields. They appear as tight clusters of rooftops, connected by winding country lanes that look like delicate threads. Smoke might be seen rising from a chimney here and there, the only sign of the quiet lives being lived below. Each village is a small community, a world unto itself, surrounded by the fields that sustain it. The pace of life here is dictated by the sun and the seasons, a rhythm that is ancient and enduring. From up here, there is a profound sense of peace in these rural scenes, a stark contrast to the structured energy of the city we saw earlier. As the day begins to draw to a close, our journey nears its end. The sun, now low on the horizon, bathes the entire landscape in a warm golden light. This is the magic hour, and from our vantage point, it is truly spectacular. The long shadows of the mountains stretch across the plains, and the yellow river transforms from gold to a deep molten orange. We drift back towards the city of Jiaozuo to watch as it prepares for the night. The sharp edges of the buildings soften in the twilight, and the whole city seems to take a slow, collective breath. The first lights begin to appear. They start as scattered pinpricks, isolated stars in the growing dusk. Then, more and more lights switch on, creating chains and clusters of illumination. The main streets become rivers of light, flowing with the headlights and taillights of the evening traffic. The parks and public squares glow with a soft, welcoming light. From the sky, the city is no longer a collection of concrete structures. It has become a galaxy of light, a constellation laid out upon the earth. It is a beautiful and peaceful transformation to witness. And so our gentle flight comes to an end. It is time to descend, to return to the world below. We begin our slow, graceful journey back to Earth, the silent balloon sinking softly through the cool night air. The city lights grow larger and brighter, resolving back into individual street lamps and windows. The abstract patterns we saw from above become familiar streets and buildings once more. The vastness of the landscape recedes, and we return to a human scale. The gentle hum of the city grows a little louder, welcoming us back. But we do not return unchanged. We carry a piece of the sky with us. The perspective we gained, the sense of peace and wonder we experienced, does not simply vanish upon landing. The memory of floating above the world, of seeing the grand patterns of nature and life, stays with us. The image of Mount Yuntai touching the clouds, the scarlet slash of the red stone gorge, and the golden ribbon of the yellow river are now etched in our minds. These are the images we can return to in quieter moments, a source of calm and inspiration. The world is full of such wonders, places of breathtaking beauty and profound tranquility. Jiaozuo is just one of many. This journey has been a reminder to lift our eyes from our immediate surroundings every now and then, to look for the bigger picture, and to appreciate the incredible planet we call home. Whether we do so from a mountaintop, the window of an aeroplane, or simply in our imagination, seeking this perspective helps to restore our sense of balance and our connection to the natural world. So as our feet touch the ground, let us hold on to that feeling of serenity. Let the gentle rhythm of the sky stay with you. Carry the quiet majesty of the mountains and the steady flow of the river in your heart. The world is an endlessly fascinating place, full of stories written in stone, water, and light. Go on, mate. Keep exploring, keep wondering, and never lose that sense of awe for the magnificent tapestry of life that surrounds us all. Good night.